Well, for all my Canadian partners, happy Thanksgiving. I'm here in the U.S. where it is not Thanksgiving yet, but nevertheless, lots to be thankful for this year. I'll tell you what we're not thankful for is an early start to Sandusky's tournament. Ollie's team got trounced twice. They play tomorrow, but I assume they're going to have to play one of the top teams, and it could be an early exit for Fielder's Choice tomorrow. So this is the team Ollie virtually. They asked Ollie to play on their team. Remember, I told you the first year Ollie played over here. I think it was in 9U or 10U. He played on both sides of the border full time, and everybody was pretty accommodating, and it worked out well. But the Ohio team needed a little more commitment. Most of them do, right? And Ollie just couldn't give it. He made his choice. His pick was to play on the Guelph team, which is going to be cool. Actually, I want to talk about that. Now, maybe I'll talk about it now. So, Oliver's 12U team has been selected to go to Cooperstown this year. It's a big deal. For those of you who know anything about minor league baseball, that's a huge deal. They were accepted, and they are going to go. And they had a team meeting the other night. Now, obviously, by now, Oliver's teammates and their parents know that we're based out of Ohio. We still have our house in Guelph. You know, we're still back and forth, but based out of Ohio. So they had the team meeting virtual. Oliver made the team with the same commitments we had last year. Every second Friday, Oliver would be in Ontario to practice with the team throughout the winter and make whatever practices he could. And then he is fully committed to the Guelph Royals next year. Now, that team was one of the best in, I would argue, definitely, they were finished second in the province. And all 3, 4, 5 of those teams that were in that top rung were all very, very good teams. And I think that Guelph team, if their hitting gets stronger, it's not that they're weak, but I'm assuming if you're going up against all these teams from all over the U.S. at Cooperstown, you're going to want to have some bangers in there. And it's going to be such a cool thing. I never would have, when I was 12, I never would have dreamt of going to or being able to go to Cooperstown or anything like that. I'm not even sure if I knew what Cooperstown was when I was a kid. It's been there forever. And to have him be able to go and experience that would be immense. And I know a lot of the parents pushed for it. Some of the parents obviously come from different backgrounds and certainly different financial backgrounds. And I told the Guelph Royals that we would help. Now, I didn't want to talk about any of it until Oliver made the team, right? I want him to always be able to get to where he's going on his own merits. I'm sure many of your parents, my parents certainly did, and it's always important. So after all the dust settled and they had the team meeting, I had spoke to Guelph minor league baseball, more importantly to Adam, the coach of the Royals, about helping out with some of the fundraising and saying that a lot of our clients enjoy hearing about watching Oliver and hearing about his baseball games, and you know, without stepping on any toes as far as privacy issues or anything is concerned, I think that a lot of our clients would love to watch the feed of those ball games. I myself, when I'm away, can't wait to watch those feeds, whether it be the live feed or the Game Changer feed, where it's more of a radio broadcast type thing. But they also have they're going to have the live video feeds this year also. Maybe I can ask Curtis to set something up a little better for them also, so we have a better look. It would be a raw feed. No, it's not going to be CBS or NBC, but it's going to be, or ESPN or whatever, but it's going to be cool to watch. And I know I've had a lot of our clients that have asked about this, and I told Adam, I said, you know, if we can fundraise, I'd be happy to help. So I think over the next couple of months, and again, I don't want to mix everything together, but if there's people out there that want to partake in the fundraising, I am going to be helping the Guelph Royals fundraise over the next, I guess, the next 6, 7, 8 months. More than that, next 10 months. So all this is geared towards, as you can imagine, to take a Canadian team to Cooperstown to play in the tournaments there it's quite costly, and actually it's a little bit less than I thought it was going to be, but it's still quite costly. So I am going to be helping. Amy and I are going to be helping fundraise, and a lot of that will be done through the stable, whether it be more the stable or more our clients in the stable is perfectly fine with me. But that will be a goal of mine as we head into 2025. I can tell everybody right now that the second week of July, I will be in Cooperstown for the entire week. And if they happen to move the Hamiltonian, North American Cup, and Meadowlands Space to the second week in July, I'm still going to be in Cooperstown, New York. So I just want everybody to know 2 pieces to lead off with far in advance. One, I'm going to be trying to spearhead and lead some fundraising for the Guelph Royals to go to Cooperstown this year, which I will get done. And secondly, I will not be training or driving during that week, as it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, I think, from what I looked at anyway. So that are 2 very important pieces of this week's videos. I wanted to get them talked about. I can tell you it won't be in Cooperstown. The team that Ollie just played for. They're good kids. I love watching the kids play baseball, because they're just learning how to play really good. So you see the errors and you see the mistakes, but then you see them grow, and it was so cool to watch a team. And like Ollie's team in Ontario is super talented group of kids, and it's really interesting to watch them grow up as the year goes on also. So a very interesting time, right? Even I can see it. It's not, I don't think it's one of those things where you miss it goes by you. It just seems like it's in slow motion. You see these kids. I keep all the videos I've ever taken of all these at-bats and games on my phone, and to see these kids that were on his team grow up the same way, it is really, really cool to watch. So that will be something to look forward to, and if you have any thoughts on it, that would be great also. But I do want to, as I said, help spearhead the fundraising operations for a big portion of them anyway, for the Royals. Yes, honey. It is hot in here now, but it was so cold at the baseball park, honey. You were running around, so you weren't cold, but I was freezing. So I turned it down, okay? Is that okay? I know it's coming. Thanks. So there's that. Now on the baseball, on the horse front, getting the babies going, getting them all broken, jogging. Really happy with the way they look. Really pleased when I look at the pedigrees. And as I say, the biggest problem for this year with me is every year this time of year is getting all the money together for Lexington. As we head into Harrisburg now, there are some pieces of that also. I have to talk to John about moving some stuff around, and it may open up some opportunities for everybody in the stable. It's a little, obviously that's a little vague. I'll talk more about that over the next couple of weeks, I guess. This week at the track, we had a good week starting last Sunday. Purple People Eater was second. Rosa and Alexander finished off her year fantastic. We have a number of 2-year-olds coming back. We'll talk about them as the week goes on. Some horses that were moving over to Ontario to train back on that 5H track. And if some of them can race. Horse like, I can't think of his name, the Heston Blue Chip Colt. It'll come to me in a second. I would think maybe an hour's 2 for him at Mohawk he'd be able to do when he came back. But we'll see. So we'll talk about last week first. I'm going to do my best not to get off topic. I did want to start with talking about baseball, and then it kind of morphed into the fundraising. I'm going to go back to the middle now. So with the horses, Purple People Eater, Rosa and Alexander was great. Freedom Hill was a little bit flat. We found out she bled. Both her and Aunt Lily are going to race tonight on Lasix for the first time. There's a number of things we can do, but ultimately we're racing for $300,000. The easiest way to ensure that we mitigate that the best way we can right now is exactly the way that Jason and Dr. Latessa had outlined it, and that is to race them both on Lasix. Fire and Shine finished off her year fantastic also. 57 and won last half, 57. really, really turned into a nice filly at the end of the year. Love and Affection was a winner. Widespread Panic made a break, but I think we have Widespread Panic under control. I see he didn't get in on Wednesday. He'll either make his return to the Meadows or he will wait for probably a race next week. I almost said it out loud. If he races on Saturday, it could be a problem, as I will likely be in New Jersey. Obviously, as I stop, I'll come back to it in a minute. The biggest news of the week will be us racing in the Breeders' Crown. But let's talk about that as I finish off my list of horses. Let me see. My goodness, we just had an okay week, right? You have to go all the way to Thursday. Jump over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We did not have a great run. Go all the way to Thursday, and Drebin was a winner. Drebin was a winner, and Save America was extremely impressive, winning also. So we had two big victories on Thursday. We went to Friday, and Time Is On My Side looked amazing. I guess this will be a good segue into talking about the Breeders' Crown. Rock Shining Star, I guess, goes without saying he was good. We had a couple of short horses. Just a lot going on this week, but not a lot of victories, I guess is the easiest way to put it. So Time Is On My Side, an easy winner in 50-3, last quarter in 28 seconds, last half 54-4. He will end up racing in the sophomore division of the Breeders' Crown next Saturday. Memento Mori will race for Jason McGinnis. Eric, such a good guy too. Realized he was going to be stretched pretty thin trying to go to Corbin and New Jersey at the same time. So Maury is headed to New Jersey with Jason. I asked Jason quite plainly, can we ship this horse back and can you take him down to New Jersey? He thought about it and decided that, yeah, he would. We have enough supporting staff here, is where Eric did not in Kentucky. And obviously, Megan was an obvious choice for the horse to go to. But with Scotty not knowing where his allegiances may lie for the Breeders' Crown, I think that Linda may have a nice 2-year-old also. So without knowing where the horses get in division-wise, the safest bet for everybody with the least amount of friction would have been to just have Jason take the horse down. I'm perfectly fine with Jason McGinnis taking the horse down. He's earned it, right? The guy's been worked hard for 2-3 years, had some great horses, done great work, most recently with Save America, and all the Ohio breds here. He deserves a chance also. So Maury is here now. I'll train Maury on Monday, and then Maury will head out to New Jersey sometime in the early part of the week, maybe Tuesday, maybe even midweek on Wednesday. We'll head out. Now I got to coordinate with Tim also. I don't think there's much point in having two rigs take two horses from similar areas, so maybe we'll try and coordinate where we're going, what we're doing, and how we're going to do that with Time Is On My Side, Memento Mori. And of course, a horse that bounced back and looked absolutely tremendous last night was Tactical Mounds. Great job by Scott, great job by Megan. The filly looked on point at Yonkers last night. So those are the bigger points of what is coming up this week. For me, I just want to get all the horses situated. We have our horses racing in Corbin tomorrow. We have horses getting going all over North America, in Ontario, in Southern Ohio. We have horses racing a few more horses racing in Dayton recently. I guess we'll keep that trend up for the next little while. Get our horses going in Ohio, get our 2-year-olds back in, some of them qualified in racing. This is a busy, busy transitional part of the year. May I help you, Miss McDonald? Yeah? We're going to be at the house in about 40 minutes, okay?
How do you take this off?
We don't take that off because we have to go back tomorrow for another round of beatings. And
Why do you not take one?
I have one right here, sweetheart.
And it won't, the other one's got blue.
The blue ones were just for today. The red ones were for today and tomorrow. It's a good question. So we got the red ones because we're coming back tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but why did one got blue?
Because the blue ones are only for today.
I wanted to have blue.
Well, then you wouldn't be able to come tomorrow. Right? Good girl. So, a bit of a flat week. It just a couple of days, everything gets so chaotic. Well, all the time. It's all the time, all chaos for us. But every so often, there's just this calm, right? Yesterday was one of those days. It was beautiful on the way into the track. All the horses trained good. I didn't give everybody an update also. So I trained Captain Incredible in 58 at Northfield by himself. Very strong. Probably going to look to qualify him a week from Tuesday at the Meadows, likely. He's Pennsylvania bred. I want to line up his dates for the Governor's Cup and potentially the Matron. I want to line up the dates for those. I think those are the two stakes he's eligible to. I was shocked that he got over Northfield. It was such a big horse, got over Northfield, so slick. And that was with the shoes we had on. I am almost absolutely positive the shoeing change we're about to make on this horse is going to help him. So very, very happy. Dr. Latessa was happy under x-ray of his knees. They look great. Lauren has been doing a tremendous job taking care of him. And although we have the Breeders' Crown and although we have stuff going on, don't dismiss this colt. This is a nice colt, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen here. So once we get done lining up his calendar, I believe, all things being equal, a week from Tuesday, you're going to see him qualify at the Meadows. We may prep him once at the Meadows also, depending on how he feels, how he feels moving forward. But he felt some kind of good yesterday in the race bike. I also trained Hallie in the Clouds. She is going to qualify next Wednesday at Northfield Park. What's that horse's name? Really don't know. I can't remember his name. No, the other one. No, really not the Marseille Colt. I can't. No, that's the filly. That's what I always try to call him. I'm ready too. Ha! I knew I'd get it. I'm ready too. He trained good also. He'll be ready. He'll be ready to rock soon. And Chappie, Chap I think is going through a positive transition. Now the shoeing we had on him was more like I would akin them to training wheels. They were going to help him trot, but they were going to have their own ceiling as far as speed is concerned, and I believe now is time to make a few little adjustments and changes. Chappie feels like he's trotting good. We just need to take those training wheels off and let him rock, and that's where we're at right now with Chap. I believe he looked good training. Again, been around that 223, 225 range, but you can extrapolate racehorse speed from that, but you just can't get him up into high gear just yet. But it's coming. It's coming. I believe so. He's come a long way from the horse he was even 6 months ago. A tremendous amount of growth and maturity from this horse, and I really like what I've seen from him, especially as of late. So Chappie was good. The other horses all trained good. Our horses started training in Ontario. George of the Jungle was entered. Did not get in. He'll be re-entered in both Northfield and the Meadows. This is the time of year where the stakes are ending. Everybody's getting that last start or two into their 2-year-olds, and then you're going to see the bottom drop out in about a month. They're going to be looking for horses to fill classes. So we're going to have to bite the bullet for the next 2-3 weeks until we get all the stake horses and all the 2-year-olds put away. And then at that point, we'll start to get our horses in a little more regularly, because quite frankly, that's what killed Pickpocket and Race for Landing. You can't race every month. These aren't thoroughbreds. You can't race every month, 5 weeks, and be good. We had them as tight as we could. Race for Landing trotted 54-4 off 5 weeks. Pretty good mile. Pickpocket had some stuff going in. I think we have to make some changes with him, but I think you're going to see a much better Pickpocket in his next race. Next week also. Addie, did you have a question for me, honey?
I was just making a scale almost while with me like this.
He was scowling at you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were just going to rat on him, were you? You were raising your hand to tell on him? Looks that way.
Hey, Dad.
Yes.
Can you find a game stop?
Probably not.
Because Mom said that I can't get the game.
I'll make you a deal. If there's a GameStop on the side of the road on the way back to the house, I will be the first one to stop to make sure we go.
Can you look it up on your phone or give me Wi-Fi so I can...
I'll look it up in a while, all right? In a while. But you have football this afternoon, sweetie, so...
No, I don't.
Yeah, yes you do, at 4 o'clock.
Walkthrough is at 8:30.
Oh, right. I talked to your coaches. Your game's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I got a little mixed up there. So, you play at 4 o'clock tomorrow. So I know that baseball wasn't that fun. Nobody likes to lose, Ollie, but you did play good. And I know you like playing catcher, and they gave you an opportunity to do that. You'll probably pitch tomorrow, I guess, eh?
They said that I'm for sure pitching.
So why don't we practice some pitching? You want to do practice some pitching this afternoon? Okay. What's this place here? The Crushers.
Oh, no, that's a minor league stadium.
It is. It's the Crushers. You know what that is? That's a high school stadium. Look at the bleachers. That's a high school. What is it?
Erie Crushers.
The Lake Erie Crushers. Oh my God. No, that can't be right. What would they be doing way up here?
Lake Erie?
Yes, we're almost in Cleveland. That can't be right. Anyway, as always, I'm sure somebody will email me the Crushers, who the Crushers are. It should be the Cleveland Crushers, I would think, but what do I know? Anyway, that is your opening for this week. A little flat, right? We have 37, 38 babies. I guess I should announce we bought a Michigan-bred baby, a very good-looking pacing filly. I'll be honest, I looked at all the trotters. None of them really impressed me that much. A couple of them I was interested in, but they went for quite a bit of money. I'm certainly not going to stretch at all to buy Michigan. As I said to Amy, though, if we don't have Michigan bred next year, how are we going to go to Ludington? It is one of those places I would like to return to. It was really nice. So I certainly don't have any problems with that. We bought a Captain Victorious filly, and she was a good-looking filly. Her name is Dune. You're going to see her show up on the board. I gave everybody an opportunity that owned Sunset Acres Girl to get in. Some people did. So there's going to be plenty of shares of Dune available. She was a $9,500 purchase. Pretty hard to go wrong with that. Keep our foot in the door in Michigan, so to speak, as we did in Prince Edward Island also with the purchase of, I don't know the name of the horse. It was a complete, Jamie Smith had called me and said, did you guys want to do anything? And I told him, I said, Jamie, Smitty, I don't view Woodmere Betcha as a failure in any way. She get injured, she's healthy, she's coming back, she's going to race. What's the big deal? Yes, I would like to race her, but here's the thing. If a horse has a minor injury training, you can fix that. But if you somehow masked it or hit it or missed it training down and then got up to racing speed, 1 second please, got up to racing speed, that injury turns into a fairly significant and much serious injury. So we nipped it in the bud, fixed her. There's nothing you can do if an athlete gets hurt, he gets hurt. But we did right by the filly. She's going to come back good, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun with Woodmere Betcha in her sophomore season. And Smitty, I told him, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. He had some owners that are fairly big owners in the Maritimes. I said, you guys pick a horse out, buy the horse, and the stable will buy, I'm sure will buy a piece of it. We have lots of Maritime owners that want to be a part of racing a Maritime bred. That's what it's all about, and that's what we'll be happy to do. They picked out a really nice looking horse. I believe it was a Malicious out of his sister to Bulldog Hanover, if you can believe that. Or he was in the second dam. An incredibly good family. And I think we paid $21,000 for. I'm a little embarrassed. I can't think of the horse's name. It was Woodmere something, number 8. My dad said he loved the horse too. So anyway, those are the 2 horses we bought this week. You're going to see them show up on. You're going to see them show up on the board. My apologies for not having more information on them. I am a little more focused about everything that is going on right now. We do have the Breeders' Crown coming up this week with our horses. We do have babies that we're starting to get gated and moving forward and jogging. We do have horses we're racing, and I had to be in a number of places. So just a lot going on this week. Yes, honey, how can I help you? Can you what? What is it? Yeah, what do you want to play with it for?
I just want to play with it.
It's a bag.
I can play with it.
Go ahead, yeah, fill your boots. Anyway, that is your opening. I'll give you more information this week in regard to Dune and the Woodmere horse we bought in Prince Edward Island and what shares are available. I didn't even tell Wendy yet to look at Woodmere horse. I'll get to that in just a minute. So I'll let you go. I'll talk to you very soon. We'll bring the rest of your videos, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, racehorses. But as I said, a little bit of a flat week, a little bit of lull in the barn as we start to get all of our babies from Lexington going and up to man up just enough. So, take care. I hope you've had a great weekend, and I will talk to you all very soon.